Hello student, class 12 student, today I will discuss your chemistry first chapter solution. Students, solutions are the homogeneous mixtures of two or more than two components, right? Homogeneous mixtures means that its composition and properties are uniform throughout the mixture. Okay, now student, we discuss about the different ways for expressing the concentration of the solutions, such as mass percentage, volume percentage, mass by volume percentage, parts per million, mole fraction, molarity and molality. Okay, mass percentage, it is expressed by W by W. That means mass of the component in the solution by total mass of the solution. As this expression expressed by percentage, so we have to multiply 100 with it. So expression is mass of the component in the solution by total mass of the solution into 100. And volume percentage, it is expressed by V by V. V by V, and it is volume of the component by total volume of the solution into 100, right? Mass by volume percentage, it is expressed by W by V. That means mass of the solute by 100 ml of the solution into 100. Okay, and parts per million, this process used when trace amount of solute dissolve in the large amount of solvent, then we take this method, parts per million. So it is number of parts of the component by total number of parts of all the component in the solution into 10 to the power 6. Okay, mole fraction, number of moles of the component in the solution by total number of moles of all the component. Okay, now molarity. Students, molarity and molality both are expressed by M. One is capital M and another is small m. Molarity expressed by capital M and molality expressed by small m. Okay, so molarity, that means moles of solute by volume of solution in liter. Okay, and molality, it is expressed by small m, that means moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in kg. Moles of solute by mass of solvent in kg. Clear? Now student, we discuss about solubility of gas in liquid. So student, what is solubility? Solubility of a substance is its maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in a specified amount of solvent. I am saying once again, solubility of a substance is the maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in a specified amount of solvent. Okay, and it depends on the nature of the solvent, solute, and as well as temperature and pressure. Okay, now solubility of a gas in liquid expressed by Henry's law. According to Henry's law, mole fraction of gas in the solution is proportional to the partial pressure of the gas. According to Henry's law, mole fraction of gas in the solution is proportional to the partial pressure of the gas. That can be expressed by another way, that is, the partial pressure of the gas in vapor phase is proportional to the mole fraction of the gas in the solution. I am saying once again, the partial pressure of the gas in vapor phase is directly proportional to the mole fraction of the gas in the solution. Clear? If mole fraction of the solution is expressed by small x, and partial pressure of the gas is expressed by small p, then according to Henry's law we can write it P proportional to x, that is P equals to Kh into x. Here P is the partial pressure of the gas and x is the mole fraction of the gas. Here Kh is the Henry's constant. Okay. Now student, Henry's law may be expressed in our daily life, that is Henry's law is applicable in our daily life as in soft drink. When carbon dioxide dissolve with high pressure, it is dissolved easily. When pressure increases, its solubility also increases. We know that solubility depends on temperature and pressure. When when pressure is increased, solubility also increased, and also when temperature is increased, solubility also increased. Okay, so carbon dioxide when dissolved in the soft drinks, pressure when increases, more amount of carbon dioxide dissolved in the solutions. Okay, so students, we discuss about the gas dissolved in liquid solution, that means solute is gaseous substance and solvent is liquid. Now we discuss about the solution which contain solute as liquid and it is dissolved in liquid solvent, that is vapor pressure of liquid in liquid solution we discussed now by Raoult's law. Vapor pressure of liquid in liquid solution is expressed by scientist Raoult, and according to Raoult's law it states that for a solution of volatile liquids student means whose boiling point is very low. Okay, so Raoult's law states that for a solution of a volatile liquids, the partial vapor pressure of each component in the solution is directly proportional to the mole fraction. I am saying once again, Raoult's law states that for a solution of volatile liquids, the partial vapor pressure of each component in the solution is directly proportional to the mole fraction. Okay, if mole fraction is x1 and P1 is the partial pressure, so P1 proportional to x1, that is P1 equal to P10 into x1. Here P10 is the pure component vapor pressure. Okay, P1 is the pure component vapor pressure of the solution. Okay, now student, we discuss about ideal and non-ideal solution. Ideal solution means the solution which obey the Raoult's law over the entire range of concentration are known as the ideal solution. Ideal solutions are those solutions which obey the Raoult's law over the entire range of concentration are known as the ideal solutions. And non-ideal solutions, the solution which does not obey the Raoult's law over the entire range of concentration are known as the non-ideal solution. Clear? Now student, learn all these laws and definitions. Okay, thank you.